Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. So today I have some steamy novella recommendations for you. I would love to know some steamy recommendations that you have down in the comments. I love a good novella that I can just devour in one sitting. So the first recommendation that I have for you is by one of my all-time favorite contemporary romance authors and probably one of my all-time favorite novellas, and that is Go Deep by Rilzy. This is a beautiful friends to lovers romance, and this is about Novella, who is erotica writer, but she's feeling a little out of her element. She feels a little bit like she hasn't had that itch scratched in a while, and so she's losing a little bit of her material. She enlists the help of her best friend Xander to get her back in the groove of things, and wow, this was freaking fantastic. And there is a particular restaurant scene that I think about almost every day that I highly recommend this. She usually just writes like novella length books. There's several that I could put on this list of hers that are just like, whew. Her newest releases just get better and better, but this one in particular really opened my eyes to Rilzy ability to take a relationship of two people that you don't really care about going in, and then by the end you're rooting for them, you're rooting for the relationship, and you just like love them and care about them by the end in like 100 pages. Her ability to write interpersonal relationships and backstory and make her characters believable is honestly mind-blowing. She's just a goddess when it comes to writing novellas. So I recommend this, but I also recommend really any book in her backlist. I read almost all of them and they're all just like 4 to 5 stars, but this one in particular is perfection. Like I could not ask for any better than this. So next up, I have an entire series. You can read them out of order if you want, and that is the Lick series. My personal favorite is the first one, Only for the Night. And this is a series following 3 guys who own an aphrodisiac club. And in the first one, it is a second chance romance. This woman whose husband has just passed away comes to the hero and says, I want one night where I can just discover what I like and act out any scenes that I might enjoy. And so they embark on this sexual journey together. And it's the second chance because they were together previously, but this has such strong feminism ties. It is all about woman's pleasure and discovering what you like and exploring yourself and not repressing that part of yourself. And it's just smutty perfection. It's hot as fuck. There are several scenes. I could be incorrect, but I think there's a threesome scene. There's some voyeurism. Just so good. The other 2 are good as well. The second one, I would go 1, 2, and 3. The third one is just straight up like sex. And then, but 1 and 2 have very strong underlying themes of freedom, sexual liberation, all of that kind of stuff. The next one that I have for you is The Roommate. Now, this is not a romance. The others on this series are considered a romance. They have an HEA or an HFN, but this one is just straight erotica, and it's about a girl who goes on holiday with her roommate to her roommate's parents' house, and she has a thing with her roommate's parents. And it starts out with her hearing them have sex through the wall, and it escalates from there, and it is fantastic. And then we have The Black Fox by Brianna, Hale. This is one you're either going to love or you're going to hate. This has a very possessive, dominating alpha hero. It has some soap opera vibes to it, but it is about a man who kind of leads a double life. He is this Black Fox character who's essentially Zorro. He brings criminals to light, and he has disappeared from this town until the hero's wife's daughter shows up back in town. At the beginning of the book, the hero is sitting down to lunch with his wife, and she says, my daughter has been kicked out of boarding school for inappropriate relations with a teacher, so she is going to come back and live with us. And the minute that the hero sees the heroine, he is just enamored with her. It's very overdramatic. Time stops. His heartbeat is audible. Like, it just is incredibly like telenovela feeling. And then he discovers that she has always been in love with the Black Fox. and the black fox mysteriously starts showing up again, and the two different relationships between her, the heroine and the hero, and then the heroine and the black fox are very different. The heroine and the hero have a very dominating and possessive relationship. It's very much where the heroine is into it, but she doesn't want to be. And then the heroine's relationship with the black fox is very tender, but there is also a daddy kink aspect to it. Just fantastic, dramatic, and beautiful. And then the last novella recommendation that I have for you is Your Dad Will Do. You read Birthday Girl and you were like, okay, I want this, but shorter and more smut. This is for you. This is a getting revenge on your ex-fiance by fucking his dad novella, and it's beautiful, 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 beautiful. This is part of her Touch of Taboo series, so all of them are taboo romances. I think one of them is like a guardian ward, one is I get gifted to someone, something like that. And this one is just everything you could want from a boyfriend's dad novella. Like smutty, just sexy, daddy kink, like fucking in a truck, toys, just like, perfect. So those are all of the smutty novella recommendations that I have for you. Leave your comment down below on any of your thoughts for the novellas that I recommended in this video. If you've read them, if you're gonna read them, let me know. I would love to know. Other than that, I will catch you guys in my next one. Thanks so much for watching.